My name is Michelle, and this is my first time doing a vlog. I've never done a vlog before. Obviously, if it's my first time. Anyway, my surgery is tomorrow. I'm getting breast augmentation, as you can tell by the title. And I've seen just about every single breast augmentation video out there. If it's on YouTube and it has something to do with boob jobs, I've probably seen it. God knows we need certainty in our lives, and I want to know what to expect. I want to know what I'm in for. And so I'm just going to make this one just to throw it out there for anybody who might be curious, who maybe I can share something you haven't seen yet. I'm nervous, like to say the least. I have no idea. I mean, I know what to expect. I've seen the surgery performed like 1,000 times. I've seen all the girls and how they recover. Lots and lots and lots of girls, lots of stories on YouTube. Thank God for YouTube. Or I'd probably lose my mind. But you still just don't know. I've never been under anesthesia before. I've never even had surgery before. I mean, I've only maybe been to the hospital a couple of times. So, yeah, I have no idea really what to expect. With the exception of watching these videos. So, thank God for that. Anyways, like I said, my surgery is tomorrow morning. I did my very first consultation like a month ago. It was like February 17th or so. And then I scheduled a 2-week post-op, or pre-op, I should say, which was last Monday. I want to say it was last Monday. And then, so tomorrow, March 30th, that's my surgery. So I do want to add something unique maybe to my story, that maybe something I was kind of trying to look for on here and I couldn't find, is that I am in recovery from an addiction to opiates. So I had to be very, very careful about what I take as far as pain goes. For me, I usually take ibuprofen like once in a blue moon, but according to the doctor, ibuprofen thins your blood. I don't think all doctors say that, but I know that my doctor definitely did, and the pharmacist the other day was telling me the same thing. So, if I can't take ibuprofen, they said you could take extra strength Tylenol. Well, when I said that to the doctor, he said that maybe I should probably get something a little stronger for pain just in case. So I did some research, and I found out that tramadol, which is still an opiate, can be taken as a lighter type of choice, I guess. It's a little more mild, not as strong. And I'm really going to try not to take it if I don't absolutely need to take it, only because it is kind of a risk. But I'm also really strong in my recovery. I've got almost 6 years clean, so I'm not too worried about it. And then as far as muscle relaxers, I got Roboxin, which is methocarbamol. And I got that one for because I can't take the Valium. Valium seems, it's kind of scary a little bit. It's kind of like the same thing as Xanax. I won't do it. I just don't know. Anyways, I doubt that, you're in recovery. But hey, if you are, I am. And that's what I'm going with. They also gave me Singular. It's like an anti-allergy thing for, I guess, to prevent capsular contracture. Okay. And then, what else did they give me? Zofran for nausea. And then whatever, something for antibiotics. Yeah, that's it for meds. And I also have like a huge bottle of Tylenol extra strength that I'll take, hopefully instead of taking the tramadol. But I will have it if I need it, so I guess that's smart. Let me see, what have I been doing? Oh, and I was a smoker. Not anymore. I've got 9 days without any cigarettes. You're supposed to have 2 weeks, but yeah. So anyway, I'm glad about that. So that's been really cool about this surgery, because now that I've gotten this far, I doubt that I'll go back. I'm really into fitness. I'm really into working out, and that's a huge part of my life. And so smoking and vaping is what I was doing. Vaping has always been one of those things that I really wanted to put down anyway. Just didn't quite have that little bit of motivation I needed, to push me. So when the doctor started to say that you could get problems with healing your scars, because I'm getting it right here under the fold. He says that, you know, the scars can come out not as good as they could be if I was to quit smoking. So also blood clots. Was it blood clots? You can also get pneumonia while you're under anesthesia. Or you could have a collapsed lung or a dropped lung. I can't remember what the terminology is. I'm not a doctor. Anyway, there was enough there that I just decided that I was going to quit. I've had a lot of people tell me, probably not a big deal if you don't quit. It's just breast augmentation. But in the very same sense, I don't want to take the chance. So if I want to quit anyways, and I've got this good reason, then why not quit? So there we go. Too bad I didn't have a little more self-discipline. I would have had the 2 weeks that I was supposed to have. But we're going to go with 9 days and hope that it's, you know, good. The oxygen levels in your system when you smoke. Carbon monoxide molecules stick to, now I'm not a scientist either, don't quote me, but carbon monoxide can stick to the oxygen, and therefore your tissues, now it's not as severe in breast augmentation because they're not taking any flaps out, but if you were doing a tummy tuck or a breast lift, there are flaps of skin that may lose oxygen and actually die if you're a smoker. So doctors really make it a point. If you smoke and you're getting a surgery like that, they won't do it on you. Well, I mean, I would hope not anyway, because you don't want to walk around with flaps of skin missing. I would hope. Anyway, so that's been really cool. Huge changes in my life because of this, and I never really seen it coming. Okay, so let's get to the details, because I know I'm always fast forwarding through the videos on the YouTube, trying to figure out the down to the details. So when I had initially done my consultation, I asked for 400, I think it was 415, maybe even cc Natrel, high profile implants under the muscle and under the breast fold for the cut, the incision. And then when I went to my second consultation, I was kind of nervous because I felt a little rushed as far as like the sizing went. The doctor, like my doctor, has amazing like knowledge, and he was really cool about, you know, feeding me everything I wanted, answering my bazillion questions, because I don't walk into anything blind. I try to have as much knowledge and information as possible to be fully prepared, just because I have that choice to make, right? Anyway, where was I going? Oh yeah, so I felt like sizing was a little rushed in the first consultation. So when I came back from my pre-op, which was last Monday, I was showing him pictures and trying to like, hey, you know, let's talk about size after my other 1,000 questions, because God, I had a lot of questions. I got to give it up to my doctor. He was so calm, and he answered every single one of them with a little bit of an attitude, but I can't really help him. I mean, I get it. I'm kind of annoying, if you can't already tell by this video. Anyway, so I told him, like, here's some pictures, and I showed him some pictures, and he comes back at me with a 425 cc high profile, still Natrel. I think we were kind of in between Natrel and Mentor. And I told him that I didn't want to be too big. Some girls look amazing with really big boobies, but I'm not one of them. And that's just me, my personal opinion. I don't want to look too fake. I want to be more of the natural route. So I called them back. And so we actually ended up selling on 425cc high profile Mentor, because with Mentor implants, you get a warranty for $200 extra for 10 years. And I think that's kind of important. If you get capsular contracture, God forbid, and you're out $6,000. Oh, and my surgery cost is going to be $6,600 when everything is said and done. So with that being said, yeah, I definitely want to have a warranty there. It covers most of the surgical costs, most of the anesthesia, and the implants. The warranty does for Mentor. So I thought that was really cool. Anyway, so thinking about a high profile kind of started to scare me, because that's what I've seen. I mean, they look great and they're super perky, but I just think that it's a little much for me. So I called them back last Tuesday. It was like a day. It it was like the day after my pre-op. I was really thinking about it. And I talked to my friends and my family, and I know that's weird, right? We're really close like that, I guess. Anyway, so so I talked to everybody about it, and I called them back. I convinced myself that I was going to go with the 400cc Moderate Plus, which is just a notch down from High Profile. So High Profile, Moderate Plus. I shouldn't do that. So High Profile is here, Moderate Plus, I guess Moderate and Low. I don't know if that even made sense just now. Anyway, so I went with a 400cc Moderate Plus. Now they have both implants there at the surgical center, so I'm gonna size again tomorrow morning and see which one I go with. Another thing, I've been drinking a lot of water, like it's going out of style. I'm hoping, and eating lots of vegetables and eating healthy. I haven't been taking any of my vitamins, none of my supplements. I haven't been taking anything that's not natural. That's not food or water. Really, that's the only things that have gone into my mouth is food and water. My doctor basically said to be all natural about it, so here we go. Just drinking water. Also, this shirt that I'm wearing is the one I'll wear tomorrow for the surgical. I don't know if you can see that, but it's got buttons in the front. So I guess when you get out of surgery, they're going to put a surgical bra on you that closes in the front. And then they're going to want you to have this on so that they can button it up for you. And then they'll dress you. And I also have some loose, kind of like outing pants, kind of like pajamas. I plan on sleeping in them, so they're comfortable. But they're loose enough that they could just totally put them onto my legs and not really have a problem. And then they're providing the bra for me. I already have my prescriptions.